Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I want to thank you very much for getting on this Periscope. Thank you so much for taking your time. I really appreciate it more than you know. Thank you for the hearts. You can tap on the screen. I used to be a broke auto mechanic, basically spiritually bankrupt, physically bankrupt, mentally bankrupt, everything bankrupt. And all of a sudden, I met an individual that changed my belief. And today I'm a life mechanic. You can check it out at lifemechanic.com. And the reason for my Periscopes really quickly is you can see the recorded ones on there. I have no idea how many. I think this is 112 Periscopes I did right now. And so, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. Today, the whole subject is believe, how to get it and how to keep it. Now, I get to dedicate this Periscope, which, by the way, when you go to lifemechanic.com, you can click on the blog, or, make sure to put your email address in, so I'll keep you updated with everything that's going on. And you can contact me on all the social things up above there. So this actually came from a discussion I had on Facebook with Joanna. All right, so she's the one that actually gets the shout out there. So one of the things about belief is I want you to think about this statement. I posted this morning. I was so excited today that I got up about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was so jacked up to share something with you guys, and it's coming out soon. You guys are going to be floored with this. But here's what I put. If every day you get up, you choose not to go into action. You don't go into action. And the reason that you don't go into action, we'll talk about in a second, believe, is if you don't go into action and apply the stuff that you've learned, then you're absolutely going to get no results. None. And when you get no results, then that tears down your belief and your confidence. And when it tears down your belief and confidence in whatever you're marketing, you're sure not going to share it. You're not going to promote it. You're not going to go out there and do what you see a lot of the successful people on the planet do. Now, I'm not going to harp on this. I'm just going to bring it up for a second. But Donald Trump right now, do you believe that he has belief in himself? Do you guys believe that this guy believes his own press? Absolutely. And so, how about Hillary Clinton? Do you believe that she's got belief? See, when you sit there and think about, if you really truly have belief, then guess what? You shout it from the rooftops. Can you guys imagine? I want you to think about this just for a second. Can you guys imagine how many brand new people that Hillary Clinton or any of the presidential candidates talk to on a daily basis? I'm not talking about what they're doing on social media. I'm not talking about what they do on video. I'm not talking about what they do on news clips. How many brand new people do you think they talk to a day? How many meetings do they do a day? How many people do they talk to a day? And when you really think about that, you gotta flat out have incredible belief in what you're doing. And not to bring up anything negative, but think about it. You got libertarians, you got liberals, you got Democrats, you got Republicans, you got conservatives, you got whack jobs. And all these people have belief. Man, do they have belief. They'll fight for it. Religion, beliefs, people will fight for it. They'll kill for it. They'll go to war for it. They'll do all these incredible things because of their belief. So I now know you understand that belief. So when I tell you that I believe in something, do you agree that I have the ability through enthusiasm, the way I feel, the way I act, my sincerity, where my heart comes from? Do you believe that I believe and have belief in who I am and what I do? Now, here's the crazy thing, and I want you guys to think about this before we really narrow it down, right? We know people that have so much belief in their ideas, their philosophy, their concepts, their everything is so messed up. I mean, it's so messed up. And every one of us know individuals that are, man, they believe to the core. and we can talk about all kinds of stuff about belief. But the important thing is, where do you get that belief? Where do you get that belief? Now, before we go any further, here's a question I want you guys to ask. Listen closely. What do you believe in? What is something that if somebody, tried to cross you a little bit, there's something that you believe in. There's that incredible statement out there, and I know you guys have heard it. If you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. So there's certain things that each and every one of you have belief in. So I see someone, it may be your creator, but is your belief so strong that if someone tried to confront you with it, your hair stands up on the back of your neck, you get a little bit enthusiastic, you hold your ground? Think about that. I know we might have a lot of moms on here. Hey, moms, when someone starts talking about your kids, there's Mama Bear. You know what I mean? Now it's like, hey, you can trash me. You can trash my husband. I'm just joking. Maybe not. You can trash my, say negative things about my ex. You can talk about everything. You start talking about my kids, and I'm going to go off on you. I'm going to take you out. I just seen a video on YouTube, and a guy was running away from the police. High-speed chase. And I mean, it went on for hours and hours and hours. And then he came up to an intersection and he ran into the back of this minivan. And I'm telling you what, this small woman got out of the driver's seat and pummeled this guy. She pulled him out of the car. He was trying to get out. She grabbed a hold of him, threw him to the ground a couple times, and she wasn't a big woman. And when she finally got done and the police finally got there and held him down and everything, the very first thing she went is to the van, opened up the side door, and she put her arms around her children. It's like this criminal fugitive running from the law runs into the back of her minivan, and he's got an ass whooping coming. And I want each and every one of you to think about this, because we've heard, people, that all of a sudden there's something that happens to their children. And, it's always pretty unique that it's women that are doing this. But you hear the deal where, a car rolled over and the lady just goes over and grabs the car and lifts it off whoever's there. And it goes on and on. See, for just a millionth of a second, a trillionth of a second, the person's belief in who they are and what they're doing is so strong that all the things around there that you would say, that can't happen, happens. You see what I mean? So let's talk really quickly. I want you to think about, really honestly think about the stuff that you really have a strong, above average belief in. And maybe you need to write that down. Maybe it's like, okay, wow, what is it? What is it? Thank you very much for the heart. Are we going to hit 1 million hearts on this? This would be awesome. Belief. I started Periscope a few months ago. I throw my heart out there and people jump on, and I just keep delivering every day. Do 100 shows, get 1 million hearts. Woohoo! You got to believe. Now, you wouldn't start doing Periscopes, would you? Before you had a following? Yeah, you would, because you start out with one heart. You start out with no following. You start out with nobody, but you got to do it anyway. You got to do it anyway. You got to do content every day. You got to learn every day. And so one of the things I want you guys to each understand is, where does that belief come from? The first thing I want to point out is that each and every one of you have it in you. Just like dreams, just like having visions, just like having passion, just like maybe having love, or connection, or contribution. You know, those things are still in you. They're still in you, and stronger than they've ever been if you learn to tap into them and use them. Are you listening to me? They're still there. So whenever one of you, all of a sudden, you know, something might excite you and you get excited, you go, whoa, 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 who's that person? You know what I mean? It's like, I haven't seen that kind of laughter in a long time. You got that joy inside you. You got all the positive things that you were created with, and they're there. But we've also heard the phrase, haven't we? We've heard the phrase that if you don't use them, you lose them. Well, I got some great news for you today, and you should be jacked up about it, because you have them still in you. And we got to find them. See, some of you have a belief in marriage. Some of you have a belief in entrepreneurship. Some of you have a belief in the kind of car you drive. I drive a Chevy. Are you serious? Did I hit 1 million hearts? Man, you better not be kidding me. Wait a minute. I believe I hit 1 million hearts. Woohoo! All right, so here we go. All right, where do you find it? Where do you find it? First, you got to look back to see if you ever had it. And I'm telling you right now, you have. You got to find that significant emotional event in your life where the joy was there, the enthusiasm was there, the faith was there, the belief was there, that you just believed. That's why it's so fun talking to children. When you talk to, what are you going to be when you grow up? I'm going to be a fireman. Are you sure? Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be an actress. I'm going to be a dancer. I'm going to be a figure skater. I'm going to be a gymnastic. You know, come on. You watch children and they're in it. We're all adults and still have that child in us, right? So you all still have it. One good point. Two, you've had it in the past. Now, how do you find it? How do you find it? Guys, ready? I want to know, if you know, where do you find faith? Where do you find belief? Where do you find this magic stuff? Around people that got it. You got to get back around people that have it. Let's talk about laughter and joy. You get around a bunch of people that are funny and they're laughing, all of a sudden it's contagious. You can see these videos on YouTube. Put in there contagious laughter. And it all of a sudden shows a guy all by himself, you know, listening to headphones, and he's watching an iPad or a phone or something, and he starts laughing. And then he keeps laughing. And then he keeps laughing. And a couple of other people in the subway starts laughing. And then all of a sudden more laugh. And then all of a sudden everybody laughs. You know what I mean? So you got to think about the stuff that is contagious. You got to get around someone that has 1,000% belief in what they're doing. And you want to find that person that is doing what you want to do. Did you catch that? So if you go and learn how to dance from a dance instructor that's won the Dancing with the Stars ball 3-4 times, you know what I mean? And he's got a dancing studio and he's helped all these people. That person's belief that you can do it and you can dance it'll carry you through. It'll totally carry you through. You can go up to them and say, I don't think I can do this. I feel like I got 2 left feet. I don't have any rhythm. I'm lazy. I'm overweight. I got a bum knee. I don't care. 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 I can teach you. I have faith and belief that you can dance. And if you run into people that have already done it, that's why they believe they can help you. Why? Why do they believe that they can help you? Because they remember who they used to be. They never forgot who they used to be. So I remember having no money. I remember not knowing anything about marketing. I remember being scared to death. That's a bold statement. Scared to death about talking to somebody, doing a presentation, talking about handling objections. Are you kidding me? So where did I learn that? I got around somebody that had belief, man. They not only believe or had belief that they could build a group, but they believed that they could build it fast. And I watched them do it. And it was weird because I hope some of you get a big pop out of this. I was almost 1,000% sure that the people that he was talking to that all of a sudden seen a business, seen the product, believed that they could do it, knew that this kind of marketing would work, they all seemed to say yes to him. They all seemed to say, got it. I can do this. He had the belief, and he could convey that belief to those people. If I tried to do it, I don't even think I would have got through with the $1 million question. Are you listening, Eric? Because if your belief is what pulls people through, I believe you can do it. Come on, you're not going to get hurt. Go ahead, jump off in the water. It's going to be great. No problem. I know you can do this. And then you got another person that goes, I wouldn't do it. I would. In fact, I haven't done it, and you might get hurt. You might get hurt. You better be careful. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? And see, you're not saying those words, but your lack in belief in you and what you're doing speaks louder than any words you could ever learn to say. Did you guys catch that? Did you guys catch that? So now I can tell people, listen, man, do the $1 million question. And you go out and you go, this ain't working. This is not working. Everyone I talk to, everyone I share a link with, everyone I show the video to, it's not working for me. Come on. And then you got somebody that was like the person that introduced me to this business. See, here's another step I'm going to take you. What if you just believed and had belief in a system and the person running the system? See, the person that introduced me to this entrepreneurship, his name was Sean Hennigan. He'd never made any money in marketing, ever. But he met a guy that was making $62,000 a month. He looked at his check, and that person instilled belief in him. And then he went out and called me and said, hey, Bobby, how are you? Great. Listen, have you heard of Amway? No, I don't even know what that is. Listen, it's nothing like Amway, but you know what? It's legal. I'm going, Sean, slow down. Why am I saying slow down? Because he was excited. He was full of enthusiasm. He had faith and belief in what he was doing. That's what I felt. I wasn't listening to, can you give me a script? I like a script. Can you tell me exactly what to say? I don't know exactly what to say. And can you tell me where to pause and exactly who to talk to? And come on. That's not it. And I go, Sean, tell me what's going on. Listen, I met this guy. I seen his check at 62 grand. It was still attached to the stub. And he's expanding a company, and he's looking for people that he can mentor and train how to make that kind of money. And he asked me if I knew anyone. And I thought about you. I want to introduce you to him. Hell yeah! Let's go. I'll go. Let's go. I'll drive. And some of you, because of the lack of belief that you have in what you're doing, the system that you're doing, you're not hanging around people that have faith and belief. This is crushing you. It's a struggle. It's frustrating. It never builds because you don't have faith in the system. You don't have faith in the process. You don't have faith and belief in the person that's leading you. You don't have belief in you. You don't have belief in anything that's going on. And you see the documentation from it. So 1, A, you got it in you. 2, I told you you've had it before. Try to remember where it was. 3, you can get it back. I showed you exactly how to get it back. And now 4 is how to keep it. How you keep it is exactly how you found it. How you keep it is exactly how you found it. You know how I get it back? I get it back by, I got up early this morning and I tuned into, watch some training. Then I listened to Ray Higdon. And then I listened to Ty Tibbs. And I started listening to other people's periscopes. And when I was listening to people's periscopes that are jacked up, listen, I had no idea, none, that Ray Higdon was going to talk about me today. None. He didn't call me up. Hey, Robert, I'm going to do a periscope early in the morning. I know you're in, mountain time. I'm on East Coast time. So why don't you get up and get on the periscope? So I get on there and I'm like texting, hey, good job, Ray. Way to go. Wow, you got other people that are good, that are encouraging you because you took out and you took a step? How many people have noticed a little bit of difference in the faith and the belief that Jackson, the kid's getting, the 11-year-old entrepreneur from Australia? See, if everyone jumps on and says, way to go, we believe in you, we know you can do it, okay, I'll do it. But if some of you are not going into action and not hanging around people that have that kind of belief and faith, and you're not plugged in, it fades away. It fades away. And now you're a little subdued, and now you're not contacting anybody, and then you're not posting on Facebook anymore, and then you're not using the products or the services, and oh, it's me. This is gonna happen again. I need someone to help me. Can someone please pump me up? I just need to come home. Can I get a minute with you? Can I get a hang out with you? Ay, caramba. The only worst thing on the planet is finding people that gave up, lost their belief, lost their faith, and now they're waiting for you to pull them back out. Can you resell me on me? So Joanna, thank you very much for this Periscope. I dedicate it to you. You know what I mean? Because I hope she doesn't get mad for me saying this, but she said it. I love Joanna. She says, listen, can we spend a little time on a Google Hangout or something? I go, why? If she goes, to be honest with you, I need someone to kick my ass. And I said, my whole goal is to get you to kick your own ass. If you don't know how to plug in and stay plugged in and hang around people that really understand what they're doing, that are get documentation, all you guys need to do is start following people that are jacked up. They believe in what they're doing. They got incredible faith. I mean, there's people out there that you guys know for a fact that you cannot listen in on their periscopes. You cannot watch one of their videos because they're playing all out. You guys got to understand this. I want to give hundreds of millions of dollars to charity. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Why? Because I hung around people that did it. Now I'm seeing people in the billionaire league. You know, they're all giving out $30 billion. Man, what the hell are you doing? We're like trying to figure, I don't know how I'm going to even cover my rent. Really? Can you play a little smaller? Is there any game that you can play where it's a little bit smaller than what you're currently playing? So you become who you hang around. You know, so let's all sit around the house and watch some Jerry Springer episodes. Let's watch some Dr. Phil and see him beat up on some people. Are you kidding me? You guys got faith. You got belief. You got to build that belief. You got to stay plugged in. And if you're one of those individuals that are a yo-yo, one day you're up, one day you're down, I'm telling you what, you better find a way to plug in more than you ever have. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to share with you a system that if you'll use the system the way I did. In closing, I just got to say this. The reason I'm so passionate is because I plugged into a system that my mentor taught me, and I did what he told me to do because I was in desperation. And I made over $200,000, $258,000 my first year. Now, I think I spent $270 because I was young, wasn't thinking, you know, just crazy stuff, right? So anyway, I want you to understand that I didn't have the faith. I didn't have the belief, but I knew who did. And I could plug into him all day, every day, watch his tapes over and over and over, listen to him over and over and over, and build my belief. And then when I built my belief, then I could talk to people, and I could build relationships with them, and I would grab them and wham, put them in front of the person that had the belief. And then he would do all the stuff that I know that I could have done, but for some reason, they believed him. They had belief because they were inspired by him. So all I did is I thought, man, if I could just put all kinds of people in front of this guy all day, every day, if all my goal was to listen to him, get jacked up, get my faith and belief up, go out, promote and edify him, put people in front of him, and then he jacked them up. And then they got in. And I got paid. I got rank advancements. I got praise and recognition. I've never had to work for anybody ever again. What a concept. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We hit 1 million hearts. Thank you very much. I couldn't have done it without your guys' help. We all did it together. You guys were part of history. I knew one day I'd hit 1 million hearts. Now what? Oh, now what do? We go for 2 million. So I love each and every one of you. I hope you have a really, really wonderful weekend. And don't ever forget that you have everything it takes to be successful. But you got to stay plugged in with the right people that believe in you, promote you, believe in you, have faith in you. Know that if they can do it, you can do it. So I know you guys can do it because I did it, and I've helped a lot of other people do it. So you got to get that faith back. You got to get that belief back. You try to do stuff without belief, doesn't work very well. So I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for being a part of history. Take care. God bless. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.